Let's run away together on love. Lead me into your world.
Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Adroiiit, back at it again with another video. So I did promise you guys to do a Q&A once we did reach 100 subscribers, and I know I took a little while, but we're doing it here today. So this is a 100 sub special Q&A. So when I did start my channel, I kind of did want to do a Q&A eventually, preferably early, once I did reach like an easy milestone, not an easy milestone, but like an early milestone, like 100, so that way you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And obviously we do have a couple questions. I was actually worried that nobody was going to leave any questions, but we did get a couple questions, 11 I do think. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting off probably with like a very important question that probably a lot of you guys are wondering is by Nick. He did suggest this, well he did ask this. So as you can see here, it says, by the way, how did you come up with the name Adroiiit? I was curious for a long time now. So Adroiiit was, it's nothing really too special, to be honest. I remember maybe a couple months back, around January of last year, or no, like December of last year, I was planning to start streaming. And no, maybe even November. Might have been November. I was planning to start streaming eventually once I did get my PC. And well, I first thought I was looking at people I used to watch, like favorite career mode YouTubers, because that's what I wanted to do. So I looked like MGH, canisports. A lot of people did have their name in it. And for some reason, I completely decided not to follow that at all. For some reason, like I probably should have, but now I'm like too far in, so I can't change it. I'm okay with this name, but so yeah, basically what I did was, since it was streaming first before YouTube, I went to go ahead and asked around. Like I asked my cousin group chat. So I have a group chat with all my cousins, and I just went ahead and be like, hey, what do you think is a cool Twitch name? So a bunch of my cousins were just putting random words and nothing really too special. Like I said, I chose that one, and Adroiiit is spelled with one eye, and it does, I think it's with one eye. It does mean very good with your hands. So to be honest, I didn't care about the meaning. I did just think it did sound cool, but instead of obviously Adroiiit with one eye, I did add 3 to try to make it a little bit different, just in case, who knows, right? So yeah, that's basically the backstory for Adroiiit. I did want something like that describes me, but it was hard to find a word, like with the characteristic I wanted to match with me. It was really hard to find a word, so I just went ahead with Adroiiit, and I was planning to change it later, but then I started YouTube, and I couldn't think of a good name, and then now I think I'm too far in to change it now. So yeah, that's the backstory basically. So I think I'm gonna get like the non-football questions out of the way first. So here's the next question. So someone on Discord, I did ask in some Discords for Q&A questions. Some guy by the name of, or some person by the name of Hannah did ask me who is my favorite YouTuber. So it's really difficult to answer that question because I do have a bunch of favorite YouTubers. I really like the Sidemen. I like some animators too, like Domix, The Odd Ones Out. I like obviously all the FIFA career mode YouTubers, a lot of FIFA YouTubers as well, other people too. So if I were to choose one, okay, I'm actually a career mode expert first. So my favorite career mode YouTuber of all time probably has been Canisports. Just because like I said, I mentioned in videos before, his FIFA 14 series just made me really like his content, and to this day I still watch him. But I do like a couple new, I do like all career mode YouTubers, to be fair. But my favorite YouTuber of all time would have to be Higa. So if you guys do not know who Higa is, basically, he was big when I was growing up. He still is big, but he stopped doing YouTube. I stopped watching him, but he stopped doing YouTube. He went from his little, because he basically does skits and challenges. That's all he would do. And I thought he was hilarious when I was a kid. And growing up, that's who I preferred watching all the time. So yeah, I'm a huge Higa fan. And obviously he doesn't do YouTube anymore. He does Twitch, but I can't really find the time to check him out on Twitch. I don't even know if he still streams. I lost track of him maybe like 2 years ago. So yeah, he's probably my favorite YouTuber of all time. So here's another one. BM Apollo did mess up. I did ask him afterwards. He asked, BM Apollo did ask, when did you move country? So he meant city, because I did mention that I did move city. So today is August 4th, 2021. I did move. Move-in day was June 12th, 2021. So yeah, I've been here for 2 months now. Almost 2 months. And it's been good. It's been good to me. San Antonio has been pretty good. But I mean, I haven't done anything other than work and do YouTube. I don't have really any friends other than the people I live with, so I can't really go out and, do stuff. But school's starting soon, so I'll make more friends and I'll continue to go out. But yeah, so that's basically when I moved, so around 2 months ago. So a question by my friend, I'm going to call him by his YouTube name. I don't know if he wants his personal name out there. Ghost_0x commented, you ever want to branch off and make videos of multiplayer games like Gmod with friends or GTA and stuff like that? So maybe, yeah. Me and my friends are starting a channel really soon, which I'm not going to review yet. I will review once it does come out. And maybe around here too. I do prefer career mode over here because that's what I wanted to do since I was little. And obviously I will play some games every once in a while, maybe in this channel. Like I've said before, I want to do like in real life videos here, like in this channel, other than career mode, like maybe a vlog or football challenges. But right now I haven't had the time, so obviously I haven't done that yet. But it's just as time goes on, kind of like KSI, like you know how KSI was with FIFA, and he just slowly started doing that. I kind of want to be like that, just slowly like change my content if I do want to change it. But I'm really enjoying career mode right now. I've enjoyed it for a long time, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So yeah, maybe one day, Ghost, I will do that. But if you guys don't know, I do have a Twitch, which I do plan to start streaming soon. I do basically play whatever game there. Sometimes, but once school starts, like I said, I'm gonna have more time to stream. So hopefully I'll have more time to stream and play a bunch of other games. So another question from BM Apollo is, Adroiiit, what made you want to do YouTube? So there are many reasons why I did want to do YouTube. Obviously, growing up, I watched a lot of YouTube. Like it's not just because of career mode. I've watched so many people like the Sideman, like I said, KSI, Mini Minter, all those people when I was little, Smosh, Niga Higa. So basically, I just enjoyed the fact that they were making me happy, you know. So obviously I wanted to do that for other people. I do like making people happy. I do like helping people. And obviously I do enjoy it. Like at first, obviously when you think about becoming a YouTuber, you're like, oh, I want to become a YouTuber because I want to be famous, right? But then like obviously a lot of people do try it out and they start and they don't like it. And personally, I've liked it so far. I love editing. I love recording. I just love bringing content out for you guys. I love the feedback you guys give to me. So yeah, like obviously I've really enjoyed it. So it's something I do want to do for a while, like a good long time, if obviously if everything goes right. And yeah, so basically just me being little and enjoying YouTube, what made me want to do YouTube. And obviously I do want, if I do ever grow on YouTube like big and like become a huge person, I do want to help people out, like donate money. Like I just basically, in my whole life purpose for me, I feel is to help other people, you know, change people's lives. That's my main goal in my life. So if I could do this through videos by making people happy, or if I do somehow get a lot of money, I will give to people. Obviously, not all of it. I will need money too, but you get me, right? So basically, me just being little, enjoying YouTube, made me want to do YouTube. So ending with the final personal question or non-football question, it is from Nick again. He did comment, what are you doing on your free time? No YouTube, no school, when you have, of course, for the Q&A. And then I do play football in real life, which we'll move on to another question right now. I do play football. I do just hang out with my friends. Mainly, I'm usually busy. Even before I moved and even before I started doing YouTube, I'm usually busy. When I was still in high school, I'd play soccer, go to work, and obviously do my homework and stuff like that. So I was always busy. If I do have any other hobbies, I mean, I'd consider editing a hobby, but obviously that's part of YouTube. But like I said, mainly play soccer. I don't play any other sports. Like I said, I do hang out with my friends. I do play video games here and there when I do have the time. And obviously, I love listening to music. That can be considered a hobby too. But yeah, I don't really have any other hobby other than that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So moving on to the football questions, like I said, I did say I do play football in real life. So XXGabeXX did comment, do you play soccer in real life? And if you do, which position? So for me, I started playing soccer when I was 3. And then right around 2nd grade, I don't know if people from the UK or Europe, the people who are not in the US know what 2nd grade is. It's basically like the 2nd year of the first school you go to. So maybe I was like 8 or 9, I think so. That I stopped playing for a good 4 or 5 years because I got addicted to video games. That's what I think. I think I got addicted to video games. And then around 8th grade, so the final year before I reached high school, I like to describe it like that. And I was 12, 13 around that time. I did start playing again, but throughout the years, I've played almost every position. And I ran, as of the last time I did play, I'm taking a break from soccer for a little while, at least playing, because a lot of things happened to me during the time, and like it went bad. So I'm giving it like till January. I'm probably gonna start playing soccer a lot. I'm gonna start training again soon, but I haven't had the time again. But when school starts, I will. My goal is to try to play for the team in school. There's no team in school, but there's a team based on the school outside of school. So I'm gonna try to join that eventually. But last position I did play was center mid. But throughout my high school career, I've played winger. I've even played striker at points. But personally, striker is my least favorite position because it's the only position that you play your back towards the goal, the way you're facing. Like the way you're supposed to go, so your back is towards goal at all times, and I just don't like that. But I've played every position except goalie as well. I haven't played goalie. Oh no, actually, I used to play goalie when I was 3. I completely forgot about that. When I first started playing soccer, I was a goalie, and then around like 6th, 7th grade, if you guys do know what that is, I was a center back. I was short. I'm still pretty short, but I was short and I was a center back. But like they played me as center back for some reason. But yeah, the last position, probably my favorite position, has been center mid. I do prefer CDM because I'm not much of a skill person. I'm not the best defender either, but I do work hard. I do run. Like if you guys would watch me play, you'd be like, yeah, he's not the best, but he works his butt off and stuff. And I run a lot, but I prefer CDM because I prefer like a CDM playmaker, like get the ball and distribute it. My favorite thing in football is passing. I love passing. I love seeing a beautiful pass. That's why my favorite players are the likes of KDB, Ozil. Like those are like my favorite players. I prefer watching passes than amazing goals. Obviously, amazing goals are beautiful, as well as amazing saves and amazing blocks by defenders. But yeah, that's my position currently. Another question from XXGabeXX is, who is your favorite players of all time? So, like I said, since I've played different positions, obviously I've idolized different players. So going to my favorite player of all time is really, really difficult because, like, even I don't know. Because everyone's around the same level. There's not really a player like, oh, like my favorite player of all time. But if anything, I guess the closest person, the person I've admired for so long is an obvious one. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. So obviously a lot of people idolize Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously I love the way he plays. He's amazing. But the reason I do love him so much the way I do is because of his story. His story and his work ethic is what I truly enjoy. Obviously he came down from a broken down place, and I just love the way he came out from it. So like he's kind of like me. We just continue to work hard. Like, I refuse to always give up in whatever I do. I work hard. I do the extra, and that's what he does, and that's what I really idolize about him, and that's why he's probably one of my favorite players of all time. Not the favorite player of all time, but he's like the closest, I guess. But I've had a couple of other players. So other players that I like would consider my favorite player, but like they're all tied in some way. Is like James Ward-Prowse. Obviously, I'm a Southampton fan. Diego Reyes, he's a Mexican center back. When I was center back, I absolutely loved him. I'd watch clips of him every day. There's also Alexis Sanchez. Not really a favorite player, but similar to Ronaldo, it's like he inspires me so much. His story, the way he works, especially the way he works. Any player that works hard, I really do enjoy watching. Joshua Kimmich, I love Kimmich. I started watching him when he was at Leipzig. I absolutely love Kimmich. Every time people ask me who's the best midfielder, I do say KDB, and after him, I do say Kimmich. And obviously, also KDB, I love KDB a lot. Who was the other guy I was thinking of right now? So there's also the likes of Chucky Lozano and all these players. So now I do want to say basically my favorite player in every position, just to, incorporate more of how you like, so you guys can know a little bit more about me football wise. So as for my favorite goalkeeper, it was Buffon, but recently, like, he's gotten a lot of hype. Obviously, Emiliano Martinez, I love Emiliano Martinez just because of his story. Like I said, a lot of players that do work hard. Emiliano Martinez has been working hard for years, and now I'm really glad to see that he's finally gotten a chance, and he's probably my favorite goalkeeper at the moment. As for right back, I've never really idolized too many right backs. I didn't play fullback that much, and I just don't. I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy watching like fullbacks, but like I just can't think of someone on top of my head. But I guess as of right now, I have really enjoyed. By the way, Jorge Sanchez. So he's American, right? But he's Mexican. He's from America. My favorite club team in Mexico, and probably my favorite team behind Mexico is Jorge Sanchez. So he hasn't. I don't think I think he represented the national team already, but I'm waiting for him to get out of America. He's a really good player. He deserves to be in Europe, so he's probably my favorite right back. As for left back, it's same thing. Like I said, I haven't really idolized too many left backs, but Miguel Layún is a shout because when he was at America and when he used to play for Mexico, and he also went to Porto. I'm pretty sure you guys know some of it. If you guys did know who Porto was, like if you guys don't know what team Porto is, you know Layún used to play there though. Layún was really like a really good left back, and there's a one time he just played striker, and he was really good at fixes as well. So he's probably my favorite left back right now. As for center backs, I think one of them has to be Puyol. Puyol is just like leaders. I really like leaders. Like Puyol is was a really amazing player. Obviously he's retired now, and I think for his partnership, like if I were to make a lineup of my favorite players, that's very difficult. Oh, Diego Reyes. Actually, it's not that difficult. Diego Reyes, obviously. His career has died down a little bit. He moved from Europe to Mexico back, so I think that's where like his career went down. He hasn't been performing the best. He used to play for Porto as well, and he also played for the likes. I think it was Fenerbahce or Besiktas, one of those two. And he used to play for America as well. As for midfielders, it's a little bit easier, so I'm going for like a 4-3-3. So it's gonna be Kimmich, Kovacic. I forgot to mention Kovacic actually. Like Kovacic, I started watching him when he was at Inter, and he was such a good goal scorer. And I'm like, this guy's gonna be big one day, big one day. I would tell my brothers all the time. And obviously, he went to Madrid, and I was really mad by the way that he didn't play for Madrid. He should have played. He was an amazing player, but now he's at Chelsea, and now everybody does recognize how good he is. Obviously, for attacking mid, we do have Kevin De Bruyne. Pretty obvious. I talk about him a lot sometimes in the channel. And if I don't, I will start talking about Kevin De Bruyne. He's such an amazing player. Probably the best midfielder in the Premier League I have ever seen. As for left wing, I am gonna put. I think I'm gonna put Ronaldo there. Left wing, obviously. I already mentioned how good he is. Right wing is actually now Messi, and for right wing, I think pretty sure. Well, he hasn't had the best career recently. It is Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale obviously used to play for Southampton. I started watching him when he was at Spurs, and obviously like I've been a huge fan of Gareth Bale. I used to have a fan page for Gareth Bale. I also had a fan page for James Ward-Prowse when I was younger. And Gareth Bale, I used to send him messages all the time, be like, one day I hope I get to meet you or whatever. But yeah. Gareth Bale is probably my favorite right winger. And as for striker, someone I didn't get to watch too much would have been here if I watched him a little bit more was Robert Van Persie. Obviously, you guys know how good he is. But the main reason I started watching soccer was because of this player, or football, sorry, was Fernando Torres. So I remember this is the story of how I started watching football. So obviously I played football, and my brothers played football as well, and they watched it, but I never watched it. So I'd play, but I never watched it. I remember one day just I don't know, I don't remember what I was doing that day, but I remember I turned on the TV and Chelsea was playing. So and then I was like, whatever, I'll watch it. Like my brothers watch it, cause me, when I was little, I used to want to be like my brothers. So me being a huge copycat, I'd always do what my brothers did, wear what my brothers wore. I'd always want the same style. And so basically, I turned on TV and I saw football going on. Chelsea, I don't know against who. And I just remember Fernando Torres was on the ball, and I remember he just scored. And I don't know why that was the first time probably I've ever watched football. I mean, I've watched before. I was there, but I wasn't really truly paying attention. This was the first time my 100% focus was on it, and I felt something, like I was like, oh, like he scored, and I got excited. So from that day on, I started slowly, like obviously I started playing a little bit more. I was still playing at the time, and then I just started watching more, started asking my brother questions, and that's when I started playing like FIFA. Around that time, I remember my first FIFA was FIFA 06. It wasn't that year, but it was FIFA 6. We had it on the GameCube, so I played it. And then probably the first FIFA I did start playing regularly was FIFA 13. I still remember. This is one time I was doing a Bayern Munich career mode. I'm telling you, the first thing I ever played was career mode. I had a Bayern Munich career mode. I had Mario Gomez. And I remember he had reached a 90 rating. And I remember I simmed to the next day, literally the next day. And he was 89. He had already gone down. And I remember I started crying. Like, I was a little kid, obviously, at the time. But I remember I started crying. Like, I don't know why. So yeah, from that day, when my first FIFA was FIFA 13, and so basically that's how I fell in love with football, and that's my favorite players of each position. So we have 2 more football questions left, and I'm gonna go with the easy, simple one. So JFFC, as you can see, also on the Discord. Not my Discord, but if you guys are not in my Discord, make sure to join down below. I do ask a lot of questions there. I do have a lot of announcements. It's a lot of information. Make sure to join. I did ask around in some Discords, like I said, for Q&A questions, and JFFC did ask Mbappe or Haaland. So it's a very difficult question, obviously, but I'm a huge Mbappe fan. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, but he missed a penalty, or like, oh, you're such a bandwagon. But I mean, that's what the question says. I have to choose one of them. But I don't know why. I just really enjoy watching Mbappe play. Obviously, he's amazing. I'm pretty sure everyone loves watching him play. But Mbappe is one of those players that I continue to follow. Like, I have him on FutMob. If you guys don't know what FutMob is, it's a football app. And I have him favorited, so it does tell me notifications about him. And I really do hope he does move to Madrid. I'm not a Madrid supporter, but I want him to play for his dream club, and which is Madrid. So I hope he does go there. But if I were to choose one, I love both of them, but I think Mbappe for me. And for the last question, by BM Apollo again, he did say, what made you support Southampton? So, okay, this is around the time where I started liking football. Like I said, I just watched Fernando Torres play. So I saw one of my brothers supported Arsenal, and obviously we all supported the Mexican national team and America, because that's the family thing. That's what we do for family. And then they watch the Premier League. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be watching the Premier League. I'd probably just be watching the Liga MX. If not, I wouldn't be watching football at all. So one of them supported Arsenal, the other one supports Man U, and so I'm like, okay, I gotta find my team. So I remember just watching a bunch of Premier League games, the ones that I could, because and here in the US it's really hard to watch games. And I'd also watch a bunch of highlights that I did watch. I watched highlights of every team that was in the Premier League season. I don't remember what season it was, but I remember just I was watching Southampton. I just really liked how they played. Obviously, I liked how everyone played, like all teams, because I just like watching football in general. And I remember I just started doing research on clubs. So that's how serious I was about football. I wanted to learn about everything. Yeah, some people even say I should be a journalist sometimes because of what I know, because I know a lot about football. And people think it's because of FIFA, but it's not. Like, I actually know a lot. I do my research and stuff, but yeah, so I remember I did my research on every team, and I just liked, like, basically Southampton's thing. They give young players a chance, and obviously they end up leaving. I don't like about that now because I'm a fan now, and I don't like that they just leave. But I just love how they have so much faith in young players, because obviously I was a player myself, and my dream was like, oh, what if they would give me a chance? Like, I go to a trial and they'll give me a chance because I'm young. You get me? Basically, that was my thought process, but I was super, super young. And obviously I just like that. Like, they help, they give people a chance for their dreams to come true. So that's why I do support Southampton. Obviously now, even through thick and thin, we've been having like such weird seasons throughout. I remember a couple years back we were already in the Europa League, and now we just can't even. We were in first place this past season, and then we went all the way down to the relegation zone, and we survived in 16th place, I do believe. So obviously we're not in the best position right now. We're not doing really good. I hope something does happen. I think it's just the owners who don't want to spend money. Hasenhudo is perfectly fine, and as of today, I didn't even know. So today I woke up. And I was like, I woke up and I like went to I tried to go into my premiere for my video, and it wasn't working. And then eventually it worked. And then I remember I started streaming after that. So I hadn't checked my phone at all. I just remember answering my dad because he had texted me, and that's it. So then I'm on stream, and then I joined BM Apollo's stream, and I had him on the side while I was streaming because I wanted to support him. And then I hear someone say Danny Ings to Aston Villa. So I paused my stream and I like muted myself and I hired the volume of BM Apollo's stream. So I had the volume and I just stayed quiet for a little bit. So I chatted. I'm like, did I hear Danny Ings to Villa? And instead of checking, I asked, right? So then someone in the chat answered, yeah, he moved. And then BM Apollo like said, yeah. I'm like, nah, I don't believe you. I didn't believe him. So then I go, the first thing I do, obviously we all do this. We go to Fabrizio Romano because Fabrizio Romano is like the go-to. He's the trustworthy man. So I went and I'm like, I can't see the post. I'm like, nah, they're lying to me. And then I start looking at the story and I start spamming it and I see Danny Ings' face and I saw Aston Villa. I'm like, it's confirmed. And I remember like at that moment I had just already left the room. I couldn't handle it. So I'm not the biggest fan of Danny Ings. Obviously he gets injured a lot. I prefer Che Adams. I have no idea why. I can't really explain why I prefer him. But obviously he knows we're in a bad position. And obviously, like, no disrespect to him, he deserves to leave. He's so good. I'm mad that he left because he would help us really come into form this coming season. It's just that he had an injury-plagued season last year, and he still did amazing. He would have done better. But I was really excited because Vestergaard has come into form. Obviously, the goalkeeping situation is still a little bit like weird for us. We do need a creator, but they're not looking to sign anyone right now, and I'm really mad about that. It's the owner. It's nothing to do with Hasenhuttl. But I was really looking forward to this season. I feel like Danny Ings was going to have another great season. But obviously, he did reject the contract and he did move. So I'm just glad we got him for money. But knowing Southampton, they're not going to spend the money. So, because like that for years, like Van Dijk, they didn't spend that much money. And when Mane left as well. Someone I'm really excited about, by the way, I'm going off topic, is Nathan Tella. So make sure to check him out this season. He's doing amazing in preseason. But yeah, basically, what was I saying? About Danny Ings, yeah, sorry. So I'm really mad that Danny Ings left, but best of luck to him. But anyways, that is all the questions. So I don't know how long this video is going to be because I did mess up a lot while recording. So I'm going to have to edit a bunch of things out and all that stuff. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell to get notified anytime we do post. Like I said, this video is basically because we reached 100 subscribers. And if you guys do want to see a future Q&A, I would be down to do it in the future so you guys get to know more about me. And you can ask a bunch of questions, I don't care. Obviously, I did want to do this first Q&A because it's very important. There's a lot of personal questions, which is good. I wanted you guys to know more about me. Just in case you guys didn't know, my name's Edgar. I'm 18 years old. That wasn't a question. I'm surprised nobody asked that question. It's probably the most important question ever if you guys didn't know my name. But yeah, So if you guys want to see a future Q&A, you can go ahead and suggest it, and maybe the next sub goal, maybe like 200, maybe even 500 if we ever, like, God willing, we do reach that. But anyways, so about the West Ham career mode, you guys haven't answered my question, but it's okay. So I'm gonna take a couple days to think about it, if I'm gonna continue it or not. Some people have responded to me and they said, you can do whatever you want, it's fine. Like, they don't mind watching the rest of the West Ham, but they don't mind if I end it there. So I'm gonna think about it for the next couple of days. So I'm probably gonna post some reviews or some challenges on my channel for the next couple of days. And it's because the main reason I haven't started my Nice career mode, one is because of the West Ham series, and two, I'm waiting for something to get here. I did order something for the series, but it hasn't gotten here. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that. And if it's coming soon, then maybe I'll just end my West Ham. If not, I'll just start without it. It's not that important, but it's something that I did want to have because of something I'm planning to do. But anyways, as for the West Ham series, I'm leaning more towards finishing it where I finished there, and instead of continuing it. I've enjoyed it really, really well. Obviously, it's my first ever career mode, but I felt the main reason I do want to like end it is because I thought it was interrupted. Like, there's multiple times where I didn't post it because I had a second series. That was a bad idea by me. Because I was not only doing that series, in the second series, I also had challenges going out throughout and the recreates. So it was like, it wasn't consistent. So like the videos weren't back to back, which that's what they should be. Like, they should be like three videos in a row like that and the rest challenges. So it keeps like the interaction, it keeps the viewers in, because like if I'm just posting the different things, they're gonna be like, oh no, he's gonna cancel, or he's just gonna forget about it. Obviously, I canceled my Ingolstadt, and like I said, I want to end this one here. And I promise you guys I wouldn't cancel another series. It's just that I just started YouTube, like I said, and I've changed so much that I kind of want to, like, a little restart on a series because I have so much energy now. And, like, I don't know why, but it feels like I'm not a perfectionist, but I have low-key OCD a little bit. And, like, it bothers me that some videos are, for me now, some videos are not that good compared to the ones that are now. And obviously, like I said, a lot of interruptions, especially because I went out of town. And then I just had 2 series and I didn't give 100% on both, which that was my bad as well. So I want to focus on one series, obviously with the challenges and recreates and reviews on the side. And basically put all my ideas. I have so many ideas, like I said, a lot of surprises for you guys. So yeah, most likely you won't be seeing that West Ham series again on the channel. It will still be there. Maybe we'll recreate it again in some future FIFA. But like I said, I really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed both career modes I've done. Obviously, I had to cancel one But yeah, that's it for the West Ham career mode. So always remember to do the things that you love, the things that make you happy, and just be yourself, man. It's been your boy Adroiiit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day, and chamos.